Amid the lush greenery of Goa, we have with us on the show a very, very special guest, someone we're hoping to have some very fun conversations with. We're here with the Tourism Minister. This is Minister Rohan Khaunte, and we're going to ask him everything that's been on our mind in the last few days. Minister, if we can take to our first question.
Absolutely.
Abhi bada bhog mein it's become for people to say, listen, I'm not going to Goa, I'm going to go to Sri Lanka, I'm going to go to, Thailand, any of these other countries that are located around Goa. Now, as the Minister of Tourism, how do you look at it? Is it a challenge or you're like, nahi jane do?
See, tourism always is one of the more important, potentially the economic vertical of a state. So every tourist is important. Now, when we talk about Goa and we talk about the type of people coming in, one way we are already running full as far as the higher category of hotels are concerned.
Right.
The people who normally compare other budget travelers or people who look at new destinations. As we create new things in the same state for Goa for people to come and explore, we need to also understand that competitiveness is there and we need to be in that frame. But at the same time, people who want to go to Vietnam wouldn't compare it to Goa other than the budget. Goa is a special place. We talk about our culture and our people which are closely grouped, and that is what makes Goa very different. So I wouldn't compare Goa to any of the state or any other country because we are different. We talk about Atithi Deva Bhava, we talk about tourists being God to us, and that is how we put our foot forward as far as tourism is concerned. And that's exactly why people come here, not only once, but repeatedly. So as a part of a social media campaign or as a part of the competitiveness, the best part is when somebody wants to go to Vietnam, they say, why not Goa? Why don't they use any other name? They could have used any other name which they could have said, why not so and so? But they say Goa. That itself talks about what Goa is.
For all of us.
For all of us.
It's almost the sense I get is that sooner or later people are going to be forced to turn to Goa. आप कितनी देरी भागोगे गोवा से आपको यहाँ तो आना ही पड़ेगा. But हाँ, can I
But
also
you
on
need to
that
understand
note?
one thing. We, the tourists, the so-called Gen Z, the young generation, unlike the pre-COVID, they want to explore. They want to come.
Yeah.
And what we have been offering continuously changing over times, we are not forcing anybody to come to Goa. It's a inner force which tells them, a inner energy, which gives that positivity frame for Goa to say, chal yaar, Goa jayenge. And the connectivity which is there with the tier 2 cities, connecting to the metros, which is improvised with the 2 airports, allows us to explore much more numbers in terms of the domestic footfalls, which are high spenders.
That surely is something that's played a huge role. 2 airports now on both sides. It's a big factor, and we conveniently had an option to pick from one, so that's a plus. But Minister, also tell us, and this is slightly personal, in continuation to what we've asked already, one underrated place or location in Goa, now that we're talking about the essence of Goa and what it brings to the table, as per you, that you were to tell somebody, अगर आप गोवा आए और यहाँ नहीं गए तो क्या ही गोवा
पूरा
है?
बोलना है कि
नहीं छोटा सा.
see, we are talking about a very clear statement. For the last 3 years, we say about Goa beyond beaches. We talk about so many hidden jewels. We talk about our spice plantations. We talk about our waterfalls. The Dudhsagar waterfall, which is in the hinterlands, stands at 310 meters, the third highest in the country.
Yeah.
Some people know it, some people don't. There is a great category of bird watchers who come into Goa for a special part of only bird watching because there are migratory birds coming in.
The bird Salim Ali.
Not only Salim Ali, you have the extreme south. I have in my own constituency something called as the Todda Lake. And believe me, those people, that migratory birds come in that month every year. They are like those tourists coming there and being a
Just
part
to
of
see,
it.
yeah.
And you have people who come there to see these birds. You have adventure, wellness, you have the great trails happening, and the whole ecosystem talks about Goa beyond beaches. So it's not only the sun, sand, sea. We're adding much more to it, and that's what is creating value. So it's not one hidden gem. I would not only talk about one Dudhsagar. I would not only talk about the spiritual tourism we are promoting. I would not only talk about the adventure and wellness. But I think for a tourist to come, our main part is how we can increase your stay. A domestic tourist normally stays for 4 nights, and the international tourist stays for normally 9 nights. We need to see how we can increase the number of stay, the days of stay for them. That allows giving back to the economy and the part of it, because end of the day, as a government, we are facilitators. We are not running businesses. We need to only transit the things which are challenges for smoothness of tourism to happen into Goa.
So I want to ask you a slightly tricky question here. I want to understand why I love and most of us love कि आप कह रहे हो कि hidden gems जो beyond beaches जैसे waterfalls, rainforest, these are the parts of Goa you need to see. But I want to ask you, there's the fear that tourists like us who come from across India, they're going to come and with us, they're going to bring in pollution. You're not going to treat Goa correctly. And I just want to ask, जैसे wedding industry यहाँ पे इतनी बड़ी है, but wedding करते हुए लोग बिल्कुल environment का ध्यान नहीं रखते हैं. So in your head, how do you balance what the local Goan wants? They love their trees, they love their, all the grounds.
You asked me too many questions in one frame. Let's take it one by one. I got it.
Yeah.
But let's start it one by one. Allow me some time to reply.
Okay.
Regenerative tourism, first in the country to talk about it, built around with three pillars: economy, environment, and the society. I mean, at large, ecology. So when we are talking about these pillars, we need to ensure sustainability is there in the long run. We are leaving something for posterity is what we need to target. Now this is a run which we have started. For it's a vision document. We are talking about quality over quantity. It's a vision document. It has started transiting with the thought processes that we have. Now when we expect tourists to come, we expect them to be responsible tourists. वो आएगा यहाँ मजा करेगा, will carry some nostalgic moments, whether it's a family, it's mice, wedding, anything. We want them to enjoy, feel Goa at its best, but do not destroy the place. Unfortunately, we have some segment of people who you can call as troublemakers who come as tourists and do spoil the certain places, which is a challenge to any tourism destination. But similarly, you have great tourists coming in, ensuring that they also sometimes participate in your beach cleaning exercise and things which allow them to also feel that they are a part of this restoration process or keeping it next as far as ecology is concerned, restoring that part and giving it to the next generation. So any tourism destination, if it is having challenges, we need to support it. So you have beach cleaning in place, which cleans the beaches.
Right.
The inner roads and other things is taken care of by the government, by the other departments. So as I always say that we are a department, but as a tourism industry, we need collective responsibility. As a government, we have PWD, we have the police, where the illegal touting needs to be cleaned up. We have the garbage, where the solid waste management does their job. We have animal husbandry, which needs to tackle the menace of the stray cattle and other things. We have the taxi issues, which are very, I would say they are smaller issues, magnified to make a place look different. So people who have come here have carried mixed experiences. We have certain things like 1364, certain numbers which is to make you feel safe and secure. You have some platforms like Let's Go, which allow you to go. It's like a marketplace going and allowing you to see a lot of places around the things. So we are using technology. We are trying to see that the culture and heritage is retained, and we are doing a balance. So as the tourist comes in, as you rightly said, just shadi, if imagine you coming for a wedding here, you would want everything to be the best. I would only expect you take the best, but as you leave, keep it the best. Don't spoil it. But sometimes you have certain challenges which any state will have to do, and we are, along with our Chief Minister, I think we are encountering these issues very positively and putting it in the right frame.
Minister Rohan, you slightly touched upon the taxi issue, and you have to allow me to come in here because, like you said, every time there is a taxi issue, we see a national headline out of it, right? So do you actually mean it when you say that it's actually not that big a issue, or do you think there are steps in place the government is taking or looking at that are going to resolve this issue in the short term?
Have you used the taxi?
Here,
Yeah.
we've been provided cars, so we were
past.
yeah.
But how's the experience been?
Frankly, very lovely people. So I've not had an interaction that's been negative, but you hear the stories.
It's
Thanks.
mostly between.
You are one of the ambassadors who will clear this issue for me. But talk about it. See, every tourism destination has its own challenge. We have to understand that our tourism, when it started with our local Goans participating. It was water sports,
Yeah.
shacks, and it was taxis. So you have the whole thought process of businesses where families have run on taxis. They have grown, the children have grown. You cannot call it a taxi mafia. I always defer that point when the social media takes it. I say that a certain section, maybe 1 or 2 out of 10 are troublemakers. You would call them as troublemakers who normally would create something which creates a problem. Along with the Chief Minister, as we are settling these issues, by taking them together and working on a digital platform, the ways and means how it can be, the government will soon come with the policy on a taxi. It is very interesting that you have two types of fellows. One is the troublemaker category, one is this category, where you have come, experienced the drive. Sometimes these international travelers, especially we have a legacy market of UK and Russia, they call these people up, they come on an annual holiday. They call these people up and they say, we are coming here for 15 days. I need you to be free for 15 days. Those guys are there 15 days with them as not only a driver and the car, also as a guide, being with them like an extended family member from Goa. So this part of the story also needs to be looked at. So as we need technology to come in and balance the issues, what a certain section of the people feel that they get fleeced. I think these challenges, as we accept that we are ready to and we are changing ourselves, we need to understand that every tourism destination will have it here.
But how much of a role, Minister, does awareness play in all of this, and what steps are being taken to ensure that these certain sections of people who are opposed to shifting to, let's say, no allow Uber completely, are open to the idea just because they're more equipped with the idea and are aware of what comes with it?
Local issues will always be understood by locals. People who come as corporates, maybe like Uber or somebody, may want to do business on behalf of these guys. So they are having some reservations and we are with them on that. At the same time, we want them to go with technology. So Goa already has Goa Taxi as an app aggregator. We have Goa Miles. I think these are two things which we are already promoting Goa with. But then there is the other part which needs to come on a digital platform, especially in the coastal belt. So I think that's in the, I think before 2026, you might have something in flavor. So if you come by the month ends, you'll get something good for.
We're going to bring out the foodie in you in just a bit. But before that, one last serious question, and then we'll move on to quick fun questions to really know your minister. So one question is, as a tourism minister, any tourism destination also comes with its own set of challenges around law and order. So what were those challenges for you as the Minister of Goa, and which of these do not rules
What do you
were
mean
the
by
hardest?
law and order?
Law and order meaning, I mean, the more tourists you have, the more people are coming here for a fun night, fun evening, on chutti, the more they're going to be instances.
We would say that we have certain helplines like 1364 and other things in place for people to feel that they are safe and secure. Any issues, they can give a call. As far as law and order is concerned, I think we are very comfortable. We have great people here who take care of the ecosystem by themselves. Like what I said, every fellow is an ambassador. You will find the water sports guy not only talking about the water sports journey and the ticket he sells, he'll talk to you about the hinterlands in Goa. He's under the ambassador. The Goan Sheikh brother who is there on his shack doing his business and selling, giving you the thing, he will talk about Goa. The taxi fellow will talk to you about Goa. So these ambassadors of Goa already make Goa a vibrant place. So any type of law and order which comes, other than the police, we have the locals also ensuring that tourists are safe. We have certain challenges where people who are migrants have come into Goa and they themselves create a particular some nuisance, which we have addressed with the new nuisance policy, the Goa Prevention Act, which allows us to take care through the particular ecosystem in terms of the laws which we have in place to address the concerns of people who are trying to play with the law and order of Goa. I can boast and proudly say Goa is safe, Goa is secure, whether it's for solo women, for families, and for any people who want to come here and enjoy and feel Goa.
Okay, lovely.
Okay, let's go to some fun questions. So our favorite fact about you is that you practice taekwondo, but हमें ये जानना था कि, no offense, many people say they practice taekwondo, karate, all this stuff. Were you a black belt? Did you reach that level? Do you practice it today? Give us a little context.
Really putting you in a
See,
spot.
we were in the world of Jack of all trades, master of none.
Yes.
So I've been a state basketball player. I've played cricket for the state.
Lovely.
I used to play table tennis for my college.
Yeah.
And then I've been an avid boxer and a taekwondo. What taught me in life was not to earn a black belt, but what taught me in life was the ethics, the discipline, the teamwork which happened in all these sports, whether singular or team sports, which I think has become a part of our life in terms of the politics we are in, where we take everybody together. So sports is not only about doing what we did. I've been actually a good guy who used to do quite heavy ginning. Those were the days. But now I think we are comfortable just moving and settling ourselves. But those sports days are different than what we can think
Okay,
about.
from sports, let's move to food. Because the foodie in all of us is right now trying to understand what is that one tip we need from you before we leave for our destination, what is that one Goan dish we must try, and Goan drink perhaps that we must go for?
One cannot stop. Goa cannot stop with one
Okay, what?
particular thing.
Very safe answer.
So you have the Goan street food, which I would have a omelette pav with a little chicken curry, shagoti curry.
Okay.
Then for you have the chicken cutlets. Then you have the prawn rissois. Then you have the chicken shagoti. I think my thing is also moving differently now. My palate is moving differently. Then you have great chicken kafriel. And you cannot miss out Goa without the Goa fish curry rice with the kishmur and the fresh Goan fish that we have to offer. At the end, you have to have a seradura and what do you call that particular cream caramel. You should-
Caramel custard.
Caramel custard with that particular little topping.
So that's a long list to plan out for
And to
anyone you're
drink,
hosting.
I think seasonally we have the urrak in the month of the summers, the feni throughout the year, which is better than the tequila, which are organically Goan drinks which you should try. To not only feel what I'm one guy who would always say, you did not drink for the sake of drinking, but you need to test things and understand what it is about. Then only you'll know what actually it can speak about. I'm a foodie. From a street to the 5 stars, I have a select list of Goan menu and the culinary, which normally I would love to. And since you guys are there, definitely today evening we'll make it interesting for you.
I just love we've
with
spent-
some great fish
We've all been
reshad and
carried
everything.
away, walking next to the beach and with all the food
So we're
conversation.
reaching the end of this conversation. And a little earlier, you were talking about the ethics that sports instilled in you and the person that scaled you. And I just want to ask you, take us a little bit into, we're going a little different, we're stepping away from food, which was such a lovely place. But I want to understand in the world of Goan politics, what's your favorite part? Because you've also seen national politics play out. And I'm sure there's a difference to the way Goan politicians carry themselves, just in the same way there's a difference in the way the Goan population behaves. People here are so warm, so lovely. So tell us, what's your favorite part about being a Goan politician, and what's the part that gets on your nerves?
This is my third term as an MLA. I've been twice independent MLA. Having supported the Bharatiya Janata Party in the past along under Dr. Manor Parikar, holding the portfolios of revenue, IT, labor, employment, tenure and statistics. This tenure, after joining the Bharatiya Janata Party, I will be under Dr. Pramod Sawant, talking about tourism, information technology, electronics and communication, and printing and stationery. Now, these are the official part of handling it. This gives you a chance and opportunity to ensure that what you felt, you can deliver. So, if I felt the last person in that house, which you say, Gramin Goa, or rural Goa, I need that man to empower himself, for the family to be empowered. I would need to see how my departments can work to ensure that there is a smile on that house, which is, I wouldn't say below poverty or poverty line. We are the highest per income capita people. But we need to work on those lines. I'm a person who is working actively in student politics also.
Yeah.
So that allowed me to start thinking about how you can make life better socially and different ways. And Goa is very close to my heart, the state. We are Goans. We expect to deliver the best. And as a person who's been elected by the people, it's our mandate to give betterment to the common people and fight for them. So as an opposition, I've always fought for the causes of Goa and causes and issues of my constituency and our people. Today it allows me a chance to deliver, and I think that gives a great opportunity to think about what you could have done and try my best today to deliver it to my constituents as far as Purvorim is concerned, my own constituency and the state of Goa. So today politicians, because of so many things around them, I don't think others conventional politicians which will come, at least in Goa. You can find a very casual approach, you can find a thing, because today, unlike other states, we are connected with our every household which is there, and it's like one extended family. So all Goans are like extended family members who would pick up the phone and call you at any time, thinking that the other side is going to be reciprocative. And as far as Rohan Khaunte is concerned, right from the journey, not only today, anybody calls, I will be responsible to ensure, or I will call back later, to ensure that the person who is calling for something must be calling for something. He wouldn't be calling, other than some people who are your well-wishers come and call you and say, everything is okay, you're okay. That's one part of the story. Other part is the small issues. किसको स्कीम का पैसा नहीं आया है, किसी का हेल्थ का इशू है, किसी को और कुछ चाहिए. So you need to have a system, and I have a great team in house to ensure that we are able to create the deliverables. So I believe politics is not about politics. Better people can create better politics. Better politics can create a better state. And better states can create a better nation to support our Prime Minister's initiative.
Mr. Rohan, you've spoken so highly of politicians in Goa. Let's end on this one note, one question that we have for you. Because politicians in Goa are as good as family. If you were to plan a weekend getaway to Goa off the job, no work, nothing doing, will it be with your party colleagues or with your family members?
I'll be in the house. Because there's the one of the rarest part for us to be in. We are never at home. So being at home and spending the whole day with family is something which we hardly get. So that's what I would love to do on a single day if you give me.
I just love how
see
you don't
that-
take you like family. Okay.
So we have an extended family throughout, which we are there throughout 365 days, 24/7. So one
दो
day
दिन
if
तो
you are
बनते हैं।
एक दिन तो आप दे रही हो, तो at least I would be wanting to spend no mobile,
Little
nothing.
caramel custard in
And
front of you.
Okay.
It's been wonderful speaking to you. Thank you for
Same
walking
here.
the talk with us,
Same
truly.
here.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. It's
I
been
hope
lovely.
you have a great time in Goa.
Thank you. We're already doing that.
Thank you.
Thank you.